Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have today is a 2022 Ford Escape S. This Escape is finished in the Oxford White exterior paint color. On the key, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic. You have storage on the front door panels. You get power windows, locks, and mirrors. It has a dark earth gray interior, and the S trim comes standard with cloth seats. Both front seats are manually adjusted. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. The Ford Escape made its debut for the 2001 model year and would become a very popular contender in the compact crossover segment over the next decade and a half. The first two generations very much had a boxy, rugged, traditional SUV appearance, while the latter two generations had a much more sleek, car-like appearance. The Escape was produced for 4 generations until Ford discontinued it after the 2026 model year. Likewise, in December 2025, the final Ford Escape would roll off the line in Louisville, Kentucky. This 2022 example represents the 4th and final generation of the Escape, which is sold from model years 2020 through 2026. Like the previous generation, the 4th gen Escape is sold in places like Europe as the Ford Kuga, where it actually is still being made for the time being. The 4th gen Escape rides on the Ford C2 platform, which is shared with the Ford Bronco Sport and Lincoln Corsair crossovers, as well as the Ford Maverick compact pickup. While the 4th generation wasn't the first Escape to offer a hybrid powertrain, that being the 1st generation, it was the first Escape to offer a plug-in hybrid setup. For 2023, the Escape got a mid-cycle update, which freshened up the styling, updated the trim lineup, and upgraded the infotainment. That of course makes this 2022 a pre-facelift model. Trim levels for the US market 2022 model year Escape included the base S as shown here, followed by SE, SEL, and Titanium. 4 powertrain options were on offer. The base engine was this example's 1.5-liter turbo inline-3 with 181 horsepower, and the top engine was a 2-liter turbo inline-4 with 250 horsepower. There were then the hybrid and plug-in hybrid models, both using naturally aspirated 2.5-liter Atkinson cycle inline-4 engines with electric assistance for a combined 200 and 221 horsepower respectively. Fully gas-powered models used an 8-speed automatic transmission, while the hybrid models used an eCVT. The base 1.5-liter engine and the hybrid powertrain could have either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, while the plug-in hybrid powertrain is front-wheel drive only and the top 2-liter engine is all-wheel drive only. In the instrument cluster, you have 4 analog gauges: your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. This digital info display can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. So right now we're on the driver assistance menu. You have blind spot detection, pre-collision braking, as well as alert, and your lane keep assist. Nice features to have on a base model vehicle. Under my view, you can change what you want displayed. You have just a calm screen with nothing, digital speedometer, fuel economy. You have your radio info, phone info, various settings pertaining to the display, also vehicle, trip, computer. Other than that, not all that much going on. It has a 4-spoke design, multifunctional steering wheel. You do have sport grips. As for controls, along the bottom of both spokes, you'll find your audio and Bluetooth phone controls. Then above it, on this side, you'll find your cruise controls, with your information display controls on this side. The steering wheel is manually tilting and telescoping. You have your headlight controls, exterior lighting, climate vent for the driver. On this side, you'll find your high beam, turn signal, and lane keep assist stalk. Then on this side is your wiper stalk. So going down the center of the interior, this base model has a very basic radio head unit. This is in fact not a touchscreen, but it is a pretty clear screen, albeit very small. You have your preset buttons. Then you have some physical radio controls as well. Volume power tuning, seek track. So you've got AM and FM, but you do have your Bluetooth audio streaming, which is good to see. Phone pairing. And you use this dial to go through your menu. General settings, display, that kind of stuff. You have your central climate vents, your hazard light switch. The passenger airbag indicator is right here. You have your single zone manual climate controls. You have your fan speed, temperature, max AC, max defrost, your different zones, etc. You have some storage down here with a USB A and C port, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. You got your cup holders right here, and then this is your rotary style gear selector. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. The parking brake is electronically operated, and you have your auto brake hold button right there. You can toggle your auto start stop, and you have your drive mode selector. So you have normal, eco, sport, slippery, and deep snow and sand. Big plus of this one having the all-wheel drive system. And you have a center console. Vanity mirrors for both sun visors. Grab handle for the front passenger and rear passengers. Manually dimming rear view. And on the overhead console, you have your reading lamps and a sunglass holder. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is automatic down. The standard rims on the S trim are these 17-inch Steelies with sparkle silver wheel covers. The Escape S is powered by the model's base engine for 2022, the EcoBoost 1.5-liter turbocharged inline 3. It has an aluminum block and head, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and variable cam timing. Horsepower is rated at 181 at 6,000 RPM, and torque is rated at 190 pound-feet at 3,000 RPM. The engine is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission with a low-gear mode, and power is sent to all 4 wheels via this example's available all-wheel drive system. Running on regular unleaded with a 15.7-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 26 mpg in the city and 31 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a short and long arm rear suspension. Four-wheel disc brakes are standard. 1.5-liter EcoBoost models can tow up to 2,000 pounds. Fuel doors on the driver's side. Storage on the back door panels. (60/40) split folding rear seats. Grab handle with the coat hook back here, LED reading lamps. Do have a 12-volt power outlet down here. No folding armrest or anything like that. However, one nice feature back here is that the levers you use to fold the seats down, you can also use them to recline them. You can adjust the position of the rear seat back to allow for more comfort. And space back here, I'm about 6'1", with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position. I gotta say, it's a pretty comfortable back seat. Headroom is really good. Footroom is really good. Legroom is not too bad. It's still a compact, but it's absolutely a usable, practical vehicle. I gotta say, this Escape, even in the S trim level, it's still pretty well equipped. It's not really... It's kind of stripped down in terms of like luxuries. No heated seats, no sunroof, that kind of stuff. But you still have the blind spot monitoring, the lane keep assist. This one having the all-wheel drive system with all those different drive modes. All-wheel drive capabilities, very big plus. And if you're one of those people who is not going to lose sleep if you don't have heated seats or a sunroof or too many bells and whistles, just want something reliable, efficient, that you can depend on as a commuter, I think this Escape is a very, very well-rounded package. Again, practical, good space. You have everything you need, plus a little more with the safety features. So I think this is... best term I can use to describe this Escape is well-rounded. Still have dual exhausts on this base 3-cylinder model. Rear wiper. The Escape provides 37.5 cubic feet of cargo space when the back seats are up, and 65.4 cubic feet if you fold the back seats down. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2022 Ford Escape. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.